Suplex the tape is fireproof. Turnbuckle sweet echoes in the soundproof. Wrestling minds tag team with the truth. P.U.W.F evolution in the booth. Hard life, hard fights, we dissect the game. Chair shots, still locks, Hall of Fame names. Voices slam like a pile driver claim. From Cali to the Mac, it's the goal we proclaim. Evolve with the grind, evolve with the sound. Evolve in the ring, bodies hit the ground. P.U.W. feel the weight of the crown. 1, 2, 3, the king's been found. Yeah, we talk the heat. From the ropes to the pod, it's a masterpiece. Underdogs rise and the crowd repeat. Every move, every groove, make the history sweet. Mike's on fire like a flaming table.
Whew, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a stacked WWE Evolve post-review podcast. I'm joined today with very special guests, but before we get there, we have to give to in memoriam to people that have gone from this show. So, ladies and gentlemen, shout out to Cardi M for the vocals and the DJ remixes of DJ Wrong Time.
Before we start, welcome to the Evolve with P.U.W.F.
Thank you.
Episode 32.
33, technically, if you want to go by the Exodus of what we did the last time. But, ladies and gentlemen, viewer discretion is advised. If you're going to cry, I respect it. I honor it. And here we go.
Who can say where the road goes, where the day flows? Only time. And who can say if your love grows as your heart shows? Only time.
Remix! And why the hell did Wesley and Stevie Turner got released? Goddamn, Sarah Zacher. The security guard Draco Knox is gone. We love you so. Damn Jamar Hampton. Damn it all to hell. Zayda, you left us. And Kylie, you were pregnant. And Rich, I don't give a shit.
Shout out to you, sir. Yes.
You know the opening to your guys' show, the Evolve thing. You know the beat you guys have in the beginning.
Boy.
Yeah.
You hear that beat in the beginning?
Yeah.
If you listen to the beat, it's like, how many more shows does this shit got left?
Okay,
how
Joe,
many more shows this shit got left?
What? No, we're not going to do that. We don't do that here, sir. You can do that on Saturdays and Wednesdays. This is a proper show, proper guests, proper talking. All right. EOD Wrestling Hub, how are you, sir?
I'm good. How's everybody doing tonight?
Doing great.
Nice to see you, sir.
Yes. For real, Terrell?
What's going on, everybody? My name is P.U.W.F, Terrell, and this is my lady, the beautiful werewolf.
Hello, it's CJ Wolfie. How y'all doing?
And together we are For Real, Love. And we are joined by Joe, that knows wrestling. EOD,
right.
The man that knows when the end of the day is coming, just give us a warning. And then we also have Mr. and Mrs. Invisible. And D-Walk in the comments, y'all.
Acting all crazy because he walked
all
crazy.
Party up in here tonight.
And this is the Evolve Podcast.
Thank you. Now, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah.
Is EOD, are you in here because you know the end of days is coming?
I wish. I think we're already. Well, never mind. We're not gonna get all into that. But
Would this be the second or third time Evolve dropped?
Dropped what?
I think second time.
Second
time, yeah.
Yeah, we were just saying the first round of cuts was in April of this year.
Yeah.
And they cut a bunch of people from NXT and
There we go.
Evolve, I believe.
Okay.
You know
Some
the
people
shittiest out of this whole thing is the fact that they fired a pregnant woman.
Yeah.
And a guy who's hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
And a guy that
D-Walk has a message for me.
What's up, D-Walk?
Oh,
he literally has 5.
Yeah.
He literally has five kids. He's got a family to support, and he can't wrestle for 6 to 8 months.
I know, but Joe, we can talk about that later on. Like I want to, like in this part of the show, we talk about everything that happens. We make fun of people, listen to comments, and then afterwards, I guarantee you, we will all rant about this stuff. We have more about this.
We're doing the review first.
Okay, good. Yeah, let's do the review first because I kind of want to get this out the way because if not, it goes into chaos. I love Joe for that. I love Joe that when wrestling becomes chaos,
I'll be patient.
It's quite fun.
Wow.
Okay, so.
We all have to hold our rage.
No, it's okay. We'll get there because there's a studometer. Let's see if Joe laughs to the studometer. Now, ladies and gentlemen, show starts off. Stevie Turner says that Keanu Carver is hurt. He has broken bones in his hand, so he cannot compete. And they will be a contender for everything else that for the Evolve session.
Said they find them by the end of the night.
Yes. Now, in the beginning of the show, and I didn't write this, but someone said in the commentary, someone finally lost his hat. Chewy Martinez is outside in the middle of the ring. And EOD, I was watching this with you, and I was laughing because he said this.
When Evolve has its very first special, and we're calling it Succession, y'all. For the first time, both championships will be on the line and on the same show, y'all. How do you feel about that, baby? Yeah. I'm about to bring out two women who are the epitome of the word evolve, and I can't wait to see them go head-to-head for the championship next week, y'all. Can we bring them out?
Yeah.
When he was cutting it, I was just thinking about you the entire time. I was like, "Oh God, oh man, what's the man going to say?"
I was thinking about how you going to respond to it.
Yeah, thank you, CJ and EOD. You guys understand me so damn well.
Why does Chewy Martinez look like AJ Francis' brother?
Ooh, that's a good point. Like a shorter AJ Francis. We'll get to that later. Like I can't really have hate for him because he gets all angry. But yeah, Chewy Martinez comes out. He does, Joe. I know he does.
Who cares? Who cares if he gets angry? Let him get angry. Get angry, Chewy. What can you do? Chew the fat? Come on.
Okay, that's a good one. I like that. Chew the fat with Chewy. But either way, he brings out Kendall Gray. Kendall Gray comes out, and then Kylie Armstrong comes out. Too strong Armstrong. Kendall Gray brings up the fact that she's 65-0, 3-time national champion, and she will break the arm of Kylie Armstrong. Kylie Armstrong brings up the fact you want to bring up records. I got a world record in the relay. I done this. You want to talk Evolve stats? I have never been pinned, and I've never lost in a one-on-one match, which is true. Never lost in a one-on-one match in Cali. We don't bring up Danny Palmer anymore for that reason. And also I was in Inglewood, home of champions. I had drugs in my system when I was a baby. I didn't know I was gonna survive, and I did. I was one of 8 kids. So no matter what, you're just not that great. And Kendall did bring up the fact that you hurt my friend, but I saw a weakness. You were all badass and everything else, but I saw a weakness in you, and I could break that arm. Chewy Martinez says, shake hands. Kylie Armstrong brings the hand in, said, look, I'm going to win. Not before I break that arm first. Chewy Martinez, yeah, y'all. Shout out to Busta Rhymes.
Yeah.
Let's go on, Kylie.
Kendall also mentioned that she, in 2020,
she was in the Olympics.
Yeah, she was not eligible for the Olympics at the age of 19.
Oh Lord!
Hey, I want to
Oh,
reunion.
What's up, D-Walk?
Oh man,
D-Walk's in the building.
You don't do me like the black sheep, huh?
Welcome to
No. But then my phone even said it. D-Walk, you're son of a bitch.
I miss y'all, man. How y'all been?
We've been good.
I'm doing
How you
good.
been, bro?
How you doing?
Man, I'm good. I'm just. I woke up and I was like, man, let me jump on here, and I'm drinking my chocolate milk and everything,
They're talking about some woman who's proud to be a crackhead dumpster baby or something. I don't know.
No, that. This is why I have Joe on Saturdays. No, I was gonna say is that Kylie Armstrong was probably a result of a intoxication of the mother having a baby with drugs in her system, and she survived that. And obviously with her, from a person that had drugs in her system to a person that made a world record.
Yeah, there's a
had
stigma.
the world record on her
Yeah.
belt, so that's pretty badass.
Yeah.
But did she put drugs in herself purposely?
No, it was her mama.
No. I want a lie detector test. I don't believe it.
Oh my god, this is fucking Joe. All right, anyway. P.O.D.
Thinks he's on the roids.
He did not watch Evolve. Did you watch Evolve, Joe?
Hell no.
Damn, see,
I don't watch WWE product.
Moving on. I love you, Joe, so damn much. Moving on. We'll get to the cuts later. EOD, your thoughts on this promo?
I thought it was a good promo. The part that you forgot to mention that she also said was that I'm also the Evolve champion and you're not. So that's the most important thing. But yeah, Kendall's credentials are really impressive, but so was Callie's. And when she really thinks about it, it's like, it's actually more impressive because everything she's like, she can stack everything up. Let's just say with Evolve, her record against in Evolve is better than Kendall's.
Yep.
That first match, I actually went back and watched the first episode today, and it was Kendall and Carly Bright against Callie and the Dearly Departed. Well, she's not dead, but she's not involved anymore.
Oh no!
And it was a good match. You could see from the beginning they opened up the match. Those were going to be the women that was supposed to carry Evolve, and 3 of them are still there, and they're kind of in that main event picture. Like I said, they just need to work on their promo delivery a little bit, but the promo to me, it was fine and everything. It got the point across, and I like the fact at the end when they said like, "Well, let the may the best woman win," and then she said, "What she say?" Like something like, "Yeah, I will." At the end, so I liked it. I think it'll be a good match.
Okay.
So
wait, no. Around the corner.
Yeah.
Terrell, then CJ Wolfie. Your thoughts on the promo?
Well, I thought that the promo was actually done very well. You know, you had Kendall Gray, she was giving her credentials, and then you had Kylie Armstrong that gave her credentials. And you know, there's a saying that goes, you know, blowing something out of the water. Kylie Armstrong literally surpassed her in this promo. It was a good promo on both ends, but Kylie Armstrong came with it. You know what I'm saying? And she had a personal story to come along with it as well. You know, being born a crack baby and being able to prosper throughout life with a stigma put on you is very rare, because a lot of you know, kids with drugs in their system when they're born don't really make it out to be able to have a successful story. You know what I'm saying? You get ridiculed, you get picked on if you're around the wrong crowd, and you end up just growing up, you know, little to bare minimum of success. So, you know, she's a testimony of that. Yeah, and like I said, it's very rare. Not only that, she is the Evolve Women's Champion. So I am looking forward to Succession, because I think this is going to be one for the books. Man. Oh, and now my lady on the 1s and 2s. Let's go.
Well, yeah, I enjoyed it too. I enjoyed the promo between the two, and yeah, it's good to get their credentials shown on there more and see what they can bring up on as far as Succession too. So yeah, I'm looking forward to a match this week.
Okay. Let's just keep over here. Here, back from break.
okay. D-Walk, did you watch Evolve or you just went for the ride? No.
I went through the highlights and everything. You know, I wanted to try to be social about everything. You know, I mean, for the first time, I thought it was pretty cool. It was interesting. I don't know. It sucks that I caught it at the end of this days and everything. You know.
All right.
You get it? I caught it at the end of the day.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
Hey.
Oh my god.
No.
That was going crazy.
Yeah, I like their back and forth, honestly. And they both brought the stats with each other. You know, they both have a really strong record. So I'm excited to see this match. But yeah, after the break, we had an interview with Kelly Kincaid, and she was interviewing Tate Wilder on his victory with Idris Inoue. He said he was.
Let's pause right there.
Yes.
Why? Because you know what? For all the ladies in the crowd, especially Cardi M, this one's for you, cowgirl.
Idris Inoue must have felt pretty good.
Definitely did, Kelly. Behind all that arrogance, Idris, one heck of an athlete. But I learned from my mistakes. I finally got my hand raised and prove I have what it takes to make it on Evolve and in WWE. Now, Kelly, this might sound crazy, but Succession is next week. Everyone's looking for a spot on the show, and I want to put my name in that hat. I know I only have one win, but something clicked that night. Something just felt different. The flame was lit, and I was like...
Hold on 1 second. Isn't either Sanofi gone?
Yes, but he chose to leave. He didn't get fired. He left a week before everyone else kind of left.
Yeah, he quit because he knew.
Yeah, which was the smartest thing he did if he knew that all this stuff was going to happen.
Yeah, he got off the Titanic before it sank.
But like I told you before in the chat, they do a set up. Shout out to Coach for actually telling me this. They do a set of 4 tapings. So we won't even sometimes some people get released, but they've already done like 2 or 3 episodes before the next set of tapings. So Succession is episode 3 and 4. That's it.
He jumped out the bridge before it blew up.
Yeah. So Inofe technically will be in Succession, supposedly, because there's only 3 matches. But at the same time, Joe, we don't know how long the pay-per-view is. We honestly don't know. We can't.
20 minutes.
What? You know what, D-Walk? This is why where are you? Oh, damn, I can't even see because my fucking computer is so fucking small. You know what? You're fucking lucky. Anyway. Oh, wait a minute. I have the power over here. I can do this over here. I forgot. Get your ass out of this bitch. Bye-bye.
Damn.
Anyway,
wow.
The fact that, okay, by the way, Brooks Jensen came out of nowhere and beat the crap out of Tate Wilder. And then that leads up to, and we'll talk about this now. Tate Wilder talks about it's pure. I don't hello D-Walk. It's pure stupidity over the fact that it's pure stupidity over the fact that you think that you can have a match, and like I've been trying to get the Evolve Championship after a while, so we're gonna have a bull rope match in Evolve Succession. So it's Brooks Jensen versus Tate Wilder bull rope match. The fact I'm gonna ask Joe this. Now, is this good booking? Is this good booking? Again, you have never seen Evolve, but you know about booking. Is this good booking or bad booking for the fact that Tate Wilder has lost 4 in a row, has won one, Brooks Jensen has won 2 and lost 2. So 2-2 record, 50-50 to 1. But then Tate Wilder says, I should be on the pay-per-view, the first ever pay-per-view. Your thoughts on that?
Why is he saying what's his record?
1 and 4.
Ew. What? Yeah. 1 and 4?
1 and 4.
What do you got? Devon Evans record? What the hell?
No. What is this? Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins record?
Nope. Evolve rankings matter here. The numbers matter. Inofe is 4 and 2.
That's good. That would be fine. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, but later on, I thank you for those thoughts. Okay. EOD. Thoughts of the promo, Tate Wilder being crazy, my girlfriend passing out throughout the whole promo of it, and Brooks Jensen being the new Rich Holland, now that we know what we know.
Well, the bull rope match in and of itself, I guess it's sort of, what we have 4 cowboys on the show. These are 2 of them. So, okay, whatever. I didn't think they were actually going to have a match. Okay, I get the fact that Tate wanted to be in it because it's the first special. Of course, you're going to want to be in it, but your record doesn't reflect that you should have been anywhere near it. But so, and the only reason why he's even on it is because Jensen decided, well, I'm going to fight you so you can be on it, basically, after he berated him about trying to be on it in the first place. So that kind of didn't make any sense, but it is what it is. I thought the promo in and of itself was good, and Jensen's been, even though he's not fighting for the title, but he was in the title contention, so he just doesn't. So him being on it makes sense, and hopefully, I know we're not doing predictions right now, but hopefully Tate does not beat this man next week on Succession, or this Wednesday on Succession. But yeah, that's all I got to say about it. Yeah, Tate was reaching for the stars, I guess, because he was delusional when he said that. I'm like, you won your first match last week. and you've been on the show for a minute, even though we didn't see him for like a hot second. But
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. CJ Wolfie, then Terrell. Your thoughts on this?
Yeah, this is kind. The promo was alright. Just he kind of went left when he said it. Like, yeah, I know you got a W. I'm happy for you to get the W, but you're not that link reach to go to be on a pay per view yet. Like you just got one win. You got a lot of losses. So yeah, it's still crazy. You're not getting the match. So we'll see how he do there. But then bull rope be something different on Evolved also. So yeah, looking forward to see what they're gonna do on that too.
Okay. Terrell?
I don't know what Tay Wilder was drinking, but I tell you
Oh
what,
Lord.
he is going to be in for a beatdown at Secession. And I'm sorry, Cardella. I know you were a big fan of Tay Wilder. So am I. But guess what? When it comes to the modern cowboy from Alabama, bam, 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 Bama, Brooks Jensen is going to give him a beatdown in that bull rope match. But I must say, this will be a good match because you got cowboys. The pretty boy cowboy and the modern day cowboy. In a bull rope match, that is in good fashion. But Tate Wilder is wilding out. We're thinking that he's supposed to be in the pay-per-view with that loss record. But he was attacked by Brooks Jensen. So he got to get his get back.
Respect that. All right, that's fine. I respect that. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time because I love Evolve. Oh, you have thoughts, Cardala? All right. Third, put down the plan B. I'm kidding. I'm sorry.
Wait. Plan B? What?
What?
Who said something about some plan B?
No, he was wild in there.
Okay.
Contrary to popular belief, Brooks Jensen would win this match only for the fact that he has more experience. He was on NXT for a while,
and he was a UK tag champion.
Yeah.
Hey, but I'm not gonna lie though. In them last couple of matches though, Tay Wilder been wilding out. I want to see him in a hardcore match so bad, man. Or like a Extreme Rules match. Man, Tay Wilder he'll go crazy in a match like that.
He would.
Yeah.
He would.
No,
talk about Daredevil. He a Daredevil.
Yeah. Imagine, I don't know why I keep picturing him up against that new tag team. I forget their name.
The Diesels.
Yeah, the Diesels.
Yeah, that's what we call them shorthand.
Yeah. Like imagine if Tay Wilder had a tag partner. I'm sure you have so many tag teams. I feel like on Evolve. I don't know.
We'll talk about that, Joe. We'll talk about that, Joe. There's the fact that there's two guys that look like Diesel 1 and Diesel 2 from like different eras of wrestling.
No, they literally look like Triple H and Kevin Nash kids.
Yeah,
literally.
It's really weird. Next up, the dummies that don't like this, it's Gal versus Dante Chen. First off, I want to give shout out to the people that actually made the announcer. Kelly Kincaid is the new announcer. The other guy left, so I like that. She announces for the main event and everyone else. So she's doing stuff. I did not know that it's Gal.
You're supposed to do it back, D-Walk.
I welcome to the back. I'm glad that it's Gal graced us from his presence from where he is. If you listen, ladies and gentlemen, you get to see that he's from a special place that only Kratos hanged out in.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Mount Olympus, the real live action figure, it's Gal!
Oh, that show did say Mount Olympus. Okay.
Yeah, they've said they always announce them from Mount Olympus.
I love that.
The action figure thing, that was
us. Say it, EOD. That was us. That wasn't
that came from here. That came from here.
Mm-hmm. Damn right it did. Also, I want to say this now. Shout out to Wrestling Soup and Friends. They gave us a shout out on their podcast, and they have one on Spotify. I'll put it down in the description later on. Give a shout out to them. They do the same thing as us, but since they're professional, people that have actually watched wrestling for like more years than us combined, they give us a shout out. So thank you for that.
That was really cool to hear.
honestly. And they
Yeah,
say
yeah, I
that
listened to the podcast. Yeah.
yeah, like they say that now we're not like analytical, but we break it down and we talk about like a lot of different things that most podcasts don't do, honestly. And they do love It's Gal and Jamar Hampton as well. Like they hated him and they grew up like after 30 episodes, like we love this son of a bitch. Like he's awesome. So
That was me.
This reminds me, he gives so much like early.
I didn't hate him though.
Yeah. Now, ladies and gentlemen, and Joe, you've never been in before. It's Gal once a week when he can does a thing called the Studometer. Now, Peter Rosenberg is on said Studometer and he has a 1.5. He keeps saying lies afterwards and keeps adding numbers. And EOD even said it too, like, I got to do a compilation of this, but I didn't have the time for this. But I realized that we have proof that he keeps lying about the numbers of what he truly has. So, ladies and gentlemen, if I'm quite correct, I think I have it right here. So here we go.
It's a 10 on the Studometer. I hate the Studometer. You saw my score, right? I got a 3. It's not right.
Lies.
Lies. So, Joe,
Yeah.
for the first time ever, you're going to see a live Studometer from It's Gal and irrefutable proof that when you lie, the receipts don't.
Listen up, dummies. I watched Raw last night, and it's safe to say It's Gal is the most developed WWE developmental wrestler ever, dude. Yes, it's true.
It's damn true.
Listen, I can kick some ass, but this business is an upper body business. It's all about the visuals. And it's safe to say the pecs are looking CGI, the bar is pretty high. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna rank someone I saw on Raw last night at a pretty ferocious pace, and then I'm gonna rank It's Gal so you dummies can understand the situation of these striations. Alright? Otis. What the hell is that? Yikes. No explanation needed. Otis gets a 1.6 on the Studometer right above Peter Rosenberg.
Move this man!
Double yikes. Now it's time for your main event. It's Gal, Men's Physique Champion, boom pow. Fresh haircut, boom pow. Fresh spray tan, boom pow. Looking like $1 million bucks right now, the real life action figure. Big Daddy Red, It's Gal, gets a 14 on the Studometer, dude. I'm one of one. Listen, the numbers don't lie. And let me tell you something. WWE NXT will become MINT. Dummies.
He give me them douchebags that was on MTV. That TV show.
Jersey. It's about Jersey Shore.
Jersey Shore. That's the kind of vibe he gave me.
Okay, now wait, hold on. We have a special guest here. We have a special guest, ladies and gentlemen. Joe.
What in the Austrian Heath Slater did I just fucking see?
Oh,
What
man.
he said?
This is the reason why y'all should have jumped on it when Evolve started, man.
No, I shouldn't have. That was ridiculous. That was Arnold Schwarzenegger and Heath Slater had a fucking baby.
Look, it's like you get to know the wrestlers in real time, even though they're pre-recorded episodes. But you get to interact with them in real time because if you tag some of them on social media or even reach out to them, they will talk to you.
Yeah,
you get into watch them in their early stages. Imagine if we was able to do that with Randy Orton. Imagine if we was able to do that with The Rock.
I will talk to him and tell him to throw that gimmick in the crapper.
No.
Throw it the fuck away.
Joe,
like one day, we will be able to see them on the main roster and be like, dang, I actually had a conversation with them before they hit the main roster.
Yeah.
I've done that with people before, but I've done it in person.
I wish I could too. But when it's Gal, Joe, like Terrell's right, because this is the new age of like meeting wrestlers and kind of connecting with them and showing them that again, It's Gal doesn't have a big fan base on Instagram. He has like
we get to know them. Like we get to know them before they make it big. Like before they're superstars, we get to know them before they're actually like real famous.
That will never get big. That is garbage.
Sorry, dude.
That
Joe
is going to go back to the Indies with that crap.
He's done the Indies. He's done Matt Cardona. He's done Timothy Thatcher. He's done Jamar Hampton. I will show
and
you
he's
the list later.
learned fucking nothing. Learn nothing.
Sheamus. He's done Sheamus. Look, he is a indie wrestler throwing bullets out there and see if it hits something. That's what you're supposed to do right now. It's not. I get it.
No.
In the long range. Yeah, come on, Joe. You
can't be a guy trying to have a gimmick and work your way through indies and into the main roster and into WWE by having an Uzi and shooting fucking bullets at the wall and hoping that one of them hits. No. You have a gimmick, you set a gimmick, you work the gimmick through the indies that works, and then you move up with said gimmick.
Yeah, that is the gimmick that worked. That's the gimmick that got him in the door.
That works.
That's the gimmick. That's with WWE. He's in the ID program.
Yeah. That's not saying much. Look who else was in the ID program.
Well, there goes.
We'll talk about that. Cardi M, go. Cardi M, go.
Do you remember that conversation we
my
had
God.
where we were talking about, like, I don't know, Alex showed the Shapes video and we were saying how it's cringe. Sometimes cringe is what
Get your planners today.
It's Gall. You could notice
I
him
need a
from like, the
sponsor.
very first episode of Evolve because he's in the back. He's in the background, and you're like, "What the fuck? Like, who is this guy?"
Yeah.
And he, every time he comes out, he's memorable. So even if it's cringe for you, like it's what keeps him talked about.
And to give a good reference, he's like a very young Matt Cardona, just throwing stuff out there. Matt Cardona in the beginning wasn't like he threw a lot of stuff out there. Not everything was fucking gold. But for and Terrell is promoting Terrell's promoting items. I don't know what
Matt
Cardona. We trying to get sponsors, man. We trying to get sponsors.
Matt Cardona was the Long Island IV for a long time.
Yeah.
He worked that Long Island Jersey Shore gimmick for a long time, and he did it well.
Yeah.
And they got him over.
Yeah.
Okay. And he's got a hot wife that wrestles too. That's good. So that helped too.
Yeah,
that helped. So he has a lot of things going for him. It's Gall. It looks like Timu Heath Slater.
That's fine.
Yeah,
you can't get the one Heath Slater. You get the knockoff. Like ID program is copying a lot of people, bro. Callie Armstrong is a knockoff Bianca Belair. We can all say that. They're training them to be that.
Might as well just make him a West Texas redneck. Jesus Christ.
But you have friends, Joe, and a hater because Peter Rosenberg hates It's Gall. Let's talk about that.
Gonna name some other qualities. Okay, let's hear. Tan, jacked, ready to attack. Those are the most important ones. But also completely obnoxious, delusional about his own skill level at times, and also just a complete self-centered jerk. Come on, you know what qualities Dante Chen has? Weak and ready to fail. Look at the difference in their skin tones.
Robert Stone saved himself after the skin tone joke. He's like, oh, because he's, and then Peter Rosenberg said, yeah, because It's Gall's in the tanning booth 24/7. Obviously, there's a difference in skin tones, but the match was really good. They did a pose off. It's Gall didn't like that. Someone said you're not jacked, and then It's Gall rebutted, I am jacked. Don't say that. But that was kind of like his self-conscious is hurting himself. He threw. When he was in the corner and Dante Chen tried to get to on top of him, It's Gall threw him like a sack of potatoes. Like the strength of It's Gall is quite impressive, but Dante Chen as well. Dante Chen kicked up to the outside, he came back to the inside. After a little back and forth, Dante Chen did the gentle touch for the 1-2-3. Right? Whoa, obviously, for the last 5 days, It's Gall has been promoting on Instagram that everything but the loss of his match. How tan he was, how jacked he was, how much he was doing push-ups. Smart. Book it like you never lost. That's how life is. EOD 33, your thoughts and rating of the match.
I thought it was entertaining. It's just that I like the fact that they kept mentioning Jamar, but now that we know what's going on, now it's it's kind of I don't know. It's kind of a little bittersweet and everything because I thought they were going to make a good tag team. They really developed them. They did the vignettes, the whole nine to get them over. The Dante Chen thing, I actually thought he was going to turn heel, but I guess and I thought its guy was on a redemption arc, but now that Jamar's no longer in the picture, there's kind of no point for the redemption arc now. So I get why he lost. And like to Joe's point, at first it's Gal. I was like, what the hell is this and everything. But as time went on, he grew on me. It's just he did and everything. So now I really like him. I like the gimmick and everything. It looked like they're going to make him 3-dimensional with the Jamar Hampton situation, but I don't know if they're going to continue that route with Redemption arc now that he's not there. But yeah, I think the match was like a B. Dante Chen was actually really good. I always bring it back to when he fought Inoue that first time. It wasn't really that good because it looked like they didn't have any chemistry whatsoever together. When they fought the second time, it was a really good match. So I'm thinking maybe that was like a one-off when he fought Inoue the first time. But yeah, this is a B. This is really good. It was a good win for Dante. It looked like its gal might be one of those maybe comedy acts or whatever for right now. So without Jamar. So
may I ask a question?
Yes.
How does Dante Chen still have a job?
He's a gimmick. he's just a gimmick, basically. And he has potential.
Hey, the same way Akira Tozawa. Hey, the same way Akira Tozawa have a job.
No. Because Akira Tozawa is a gimmick joke that's in the cruiserweight division. Dante Chen is a thick boy who is improving every match. The fact that we'll talk about that at the end. They're basing it on improvement and athletics.
Dante Chen is Oriental John Cena.
And guess what? If you can get a Singaporean John Cena for cheap and he's happy about it, why would you not do it?
Well, TKO ain't gonna like that. They're gonna have to let go of a lot of them wrestlers because of
I'll put $1 and not him though. Not him. Because again, these are we'll talk about that later. I will say that I give this a B+. I love the comedy of It's Gall, and they brought up Jamar Hampton. They probably won't bring it up after Succession. So either you're right, EOD, they do a new redemption arc where he's just trying to find someone to match him. Like once again, he's going on that journey, or he does a redemption arc of just trying to find someone that understands him, like a manager or a fellow wrestler. That's pretty cool. But Cardi M, and then we'll go to CJ Wolfie Terrell. Cardi M, your thoughts on the Dante Chen It's Gall match?
I thought this was a good match. Dante Chen showed his heel side again.
Yeah.
And we kind of predicted last week that It's Gall was gonna maybe falter on his own just because he's struggling right now. You know, he had a tag team and now his partner is out.
Oh.
But yeah, I like the match. I'm gonna give it a B+, I guess.
Still on the B's. CJ Wolfie, then Terrell.
Yeah, it was entertaining on there, and It's Gall being just hilarious on there as always. But he did pretty good in the match, and Dante Chen, he improving a little bit, so give him props. So I give this match a B.
Okay, Terrell.
I will give the match a B+, and that's only because I love the humor in this match. This match was pretty hilarious. I'm not gonna lie. There was a part that stuck with me in the match when well, first of all, let me go with Joe and EOD. So when I first saw It's Gall in episode 1, I'm not gonna lie too, I was like, who the fuck does this dude think he okay. I try not to curse, but I was like, who the fuck does this dude think he is? Like, It's Gall. Who the fuck is he? Like, bro, I had to start doing some research. Because he's talking about himself like he a Hollywood star.
And the name is It's Gall. Like that's
yeah.
His name.
Like
that's different.
So I was like, after time went on, I was like, bro, I actually like this dude. Like, this dude is an asshole, but I like him. He's cool. You know what I'm saying? But there was a part in the match where he put Dante Chen on his back, and he started doing some squats, and like he dropped them or he like threw him or something, and then Dante Chen like just got up in like a stance, like on his knee, like in the stands, and then his goal was like, "What? I'm trying to give me a pump. Look at my legs."
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, what is this man doing, bro? But I give it a B plus. The match was good, and I can't wait to see if they decide to run it back again because they're funny together. They really are funny together for real.
Or if you would see.
Yeah. Maybe Dante Chan becomes his partner.
I hope not.
Hey, next week we'll
only because the Jamarte was so good that it's like
yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't want to see Dante Chan on my TV. I just don't want to see it.
Hey,
like he know how I feel about him. Cause when he got mad at that comment that I made on IG, I don't give a care about no doggone Dante Chan. Forget you commenting on my stuff like you talking noise.
The EOE, yeah, I forgot.
Forget Dante Chan talking noise because he got mad at what I said.
Hey, wouldn't it be messed up? Wouldn't it be messed up if y'all started watching Evolve, and then like 2 minutes into the show, you see infomercial pop up? Like we got a Gatorade infomercial right here. Evolve will not be showing anymore. Wouldn't that be so?
Kiss my ass.
Yeah,
Kiss my ass.
Trash.
Well, let's move on. Let's move on.
Oh my god.
Next up, No Hat Chewy Martinez is interviewing High Rise Sans Wesley. It's been quite a while. Exactly. It's been a while.
Chewy.
He didn't say y'all this time, so I respect that. There was so many y'alls in the beginning. I swear.
Just a lot of y'alls in that first one.
Yo,
since he wasn't wearing his hat, was his hairline rising up?
Yes, dude. There's so many people. There's first off, shout out to. I have to get the name of this right. Shout out to P.W.Torch.com. The first line of Chewy Martinez says, "Oh, I guess Chewy Martinez lost his hat forever. I guess because he's not wearing one this time. Because he always wears hats or denim jackets or black shirts or it's just he's trying to be all slick, all slick."
I will give the man a compliment.
Yes, go on.
Like, I liked him as an announcer in the ring. You know, I just feel like he could have leaned into that a little bit more.
Yeah.
And, I don't know.
He's done outside.
He chose to go a little softer and with the y'alls and everything. And I'm like, no, just go full like ring announcer. Like,
he's the type of guy that did like a fundraiser at a basketball court. That's as much as he's gone to. Like, come on, y'all.
For a pep rally, high school pep rally, man.
Yeah.
He give me high school pep rally vibes.
Yeah, exactly.
He needs to be out there. Hey, everybody, this is WWE Evolve, and we are getting ready for Secession.
Yeah, but no. Too much is interviews High Rise. High Rise says that they are nothing without Wesley, and with the tutelage that he's giving them, that they're the best that they've ever been right now. They have to fight Aaron Wark and Marcus Mathers.
Damn, that did age well.
I know. The next after that, Vanity Project is backstage. I got it right here. Vanity Project backstage. I have a picture of Vanity Project. We're lounging in the favorite purple lit lounge, and ladies and gentlemen, EOD knows this too because he probably he heard. Every time you hear Vanity Project, you try to hear the first 5 seconds of what they're saying because they say something totally different than what you understand. All right. They were talking about a dog. So let's talk about that right there. I think I have it right here. I don't have it. Oh, my bad. I don't have it. Okay, my bad. Ladies and gentlemen, they were talking about that Jackson Drake was trying to get a woman, but she had a dog. And then Zayda Steele said, oh, yeah, he doesn't like dogs. But first off, Jackson Drake said to all of them that he's going to give them all a bust of his likeness. Just get a statue.
Whoa,
right?
whoa.
A statue bust. Okay, that's a word of statue.
Right, from here up.
Exactly.
A bust.
So, and he's like, oh, that's all cool. And I mean, and at the same time, Bryce Donovan said nothing. Bryce Donovan didn't move. Bryce Donovan didn't care. They talked about Keanu Carver's knocked out. Are you gonna give the title? Are you gonna give the title to to are you gonna give the chance to Brooks Jensen? Jackson Drake said, "There's no one else in Evolve that stands up to me that can defeat me." After they left, except for Bryce Donovan smiled and then got up, and he did the V's up, but he did the slow V, like bing, V's up. Everyone's like V's up, like nah, whatever. Before we get to the next segment, EOD, let's talk about it.
Man. Yeah, it wasn't looking good. The funniest part of that whole segment to me, well, I do like the fact that they're just usually talk about random stuff because it's more like a voyeur's kind of like sneaking, recording a conversation. So they usually talk about nothing in the beginning before they start talking about whatever they're going to talk about. But the funniest line to me was when he was talking about, oh yeah, as an appreciation that everybody's doing what they're supposed to do, and Bryce did something. He said for like the first time or something like that. I'm going to gift you all with a bust to myself, and everybody was thinking he was joking, but Jackson Drake was dead serious. He's like, no, I'm going to give you a statue. And they just thought he was joking. He was like, what are you talking about? We could give you a statue. I thought that was funny. He was like, this man is delusional. He gets more deranged as the weeks go on of how important he is. But yeah, unbeknownst to me, there was too much foreshadowing in this thing because I didn't think a lot of this. Bryce Donovan did have that smile. I'm thinking he knows something that we don't know because he was complaining about, oh, how come we got to wait to find out like what Stevie Turner, the prime minister, is going to replace Carver with or whatever. And Bryce didn't say anything the whole time, but he had that knowing smile like, oh, I know something you don't like. Maybe she did tell somebody beforehand, or maybe the message is going to get relayed because she likes to text message and stuff like that. Seems like important stuff. So, yeah, I like the segment and everything, but I was like, oh, yeah, did it to me again. Just when I thought everything was simpatico, but anyway, I thought it was a good segment. I'm going to give the segment an A. And I'm biased. Yes, I know, but I'm going to give it an A.
Terrell and CJ, your thoughts on this promo?
This promo was actually pretty good. You know, it just shows more about Jackson Drake being a stubborn, arrogant SOB. He's always is. And it seemed like when he always gotta raise the bar to show just how much of an a-hole he can be. Like, he's full of himself. Like I said, he's literally the evolution Randy Orton of the group. I would give the segment an A, definitely. Bryce Donovan, the way that he was sitting down, man, it reminded me of, you know, like I said, like we said before, episode 1. He had the sunglasses on again, and he was just sitting there reading the room. And that's all I'm gonna say about that.
Okay. What's with that, CJ?
Yeah, it was something. And yeah, Jackson Drake, yeah, he getting very delusional with what he got going on, but I don't know what he did that championship guy on his always top of his head, but yeah, I kind of noticed with Bryce, yeah, he's like you say, he got something up his sleeve, like he knows something we don't know, which we'll know later, but yeah, it was a pretty good segment, so yeah, I'll give it an A as well.
Okay. All right, Joe, since you're there, to give you the story of Bryce Donovan before we get to the next segment. Bryce Donovan was a background character when there was a VIP section back in Evolve, because there was a VIP section where people would just go there and chill. After not that what clip? No. After Bryce Donovan defended Swipe Right against Jack Cappuccino Jones and Jack Cartwheel and Ice Williams, who got released as well, he joined the Vanity Project as the enforcer. Never talked for like 20 episodes at all. But at a certain point, he felt disrespected because after Keanu Carver and him clashed, his boss, Jackson Drake, was like, you're not really putting that much effort. You're not doing what you're supposed to do. And really like just not appreciated him at all. We come now to episode 32, where he did his job. He enforced against Keanu Carver. He made him get out of the match because he's medically unfit to fight the match in this session. So now they're doing the number one contender. And Jackson Drake, up until this point, is not. He did acknowledge Bryce Donovan doing his job, but did also said that he should have done it earlier so we didn't have to get into this mess, basically.
Backhanded compliments.
Yeah, it's all compliments. What are your thoughts on that, Joe?
I mean, it makes sense. I guess.
Okay. This is Gabe Sapolsky booking, ladies and gentlemen. The person that started doing Evolve. Next match. This is gonna be a weird one because it's gonna break people's hearts. Okay, it's Marcus Mathers and Aaron Rourke versus High Rise, which is Tyson DuPont and Tyrick Igwe versus Wesley. For the last time on WWE history, this will be heard, ladies and gentlemen, in memoriam.
And their opponents, accompanied by Wesley, representing the High Rise, the team of Tyrick Igwe and Tyson DuPont.
Tyreek.
Dang, they didn't get released?
No, wait a minute.
That's a damn shame.
No, they didn't get released. Only Wesley, and this was the last time that will ever be said of Wesley.
Low Rod should have got released.
Why would you release two guys who have powerlifting records in the PC? Oh, I know why. Because Jamar Hampton has the most records in the PC, but you still fire it anyway. Starting with this match, Aaron Rourke slapped the butt of Tyreek like twice, one hand and double slap. He didn't like that. They tagged in Marcus Mathers, or as Joe, you would find out if you watch him, he's Philly Phoenix. He does Phoenix moves, but he's from Philly, basically. Back and forth, Tyreek and Tyson. Brick is the one with the red shoes and the black pants. They both have black pants, but one has red shoes, and he's called Brick. They go back and forth. Marcus Mathers jumps out. They do a double suicide dive to the outside. Wesley at no point interferes or grabs anyone's legs. He's just there as an ornament. In the end, Tyreek and Tyson counterattack. They do the heart stopper for the 1, 2, 3. And by the way, Marcus Mathers does like a weird mystery kick. I call it the mystery kick. He called it something else. But he did it, and I love that people are understanding it so they don't get kicked in the face, but they know that when that kick comes, you got to like fake it. So I respect that. I give this match a B. It was okay. I mean, I'm glad that TNT are back in Evolve, because without Wesley, you're TNT. You need to accept that shit. Sorry. EOD, your thoughts and rating of the match.
I don't know. I think the Invisible Man's got to accept the fact that they're High Rise and they want to be. They're not calling TNT for under any circumstances. But I thought the match was okay. I was surprised that Wesley didn't interfere at all because they are the heels. And even though I do think it was the right choice for High Rise to win the match, I actually thought the other guys were going to win. Like going into, I thought they were going to find some way. Because in Evolve, just because you're bigger, it's just all it is an advantage or whatever. They show like the smaller guys can beat the bigger guys like on any given Sunday based on whatever. So, but I do think it was good for High Rise to win. But the fact they cut that promo talking about how Wesley this, Wesley that, and then just a couple days later he's gone. Yeah, we know these are taped in advance and everything, but still, it's like statement didn't age well at all. And I do know they did write on Twitter about Wesley to give him his props for like helping him out and stuff like that. So that was cool. To me, the match was it was a B. But I'm glad that High Rise is back on Evolve, because not like they were doing anything with them on NXT anyway. So at least now they can practice or whatever, get some type of shine on them. So
TNT
next week.
Now go on, D-Walk.
Next week we got High Rise versus OTM next week.
TNT.
Well,
High Rise only works if
whatever.
Wesley is there. Wesley is gone. TNT.
Well, TNT. Well, the Duds.
No, go ahead. Wesley made them a better tag team, and now they're called the High Rise. I'm not saying I know that's messed up because they were a good tag team already, but in the storyline, ethos, whatever. So I hope that they honor Wesley and then say, okay, we're High Rise now, even though Wesley is somewhere else.
Now, before we get to Terrell, and then CJ, hot take: TNT are just two Angelo Dawkins, and Wesley was the second guy. That's just me.
Montez.
Also, in commentary, Robert Stone and Peter Rosenberg said it over and over again. Wesley is the mastermind. Wesley is the reason that they're winning. Wesley this, Wesley that. Wesley was the bride, and TNT were the bridesmaids. So, Terrell, your thoughts and rating of the match?
I give the match a B. Of course, I like my boy, Aaron Roy and Marcus Mathers. They always gonna put on the show. But for y'all, Aaron Rourke is like, I don't know if y'all remember Rico. Y'all remember Rico?
Oh yeah,
from Rico.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Aaron Rourke, he's like Rico, and Marcus Mather is like Matt Riddle and RVD in one person, but he looks like Eminem in the face, which is crazy. But I don't think they're related. But that facial structure is real strong, man. But man, Wesley being gone is weird.
Yep.
TNT is dope. Like, don't get me wrong, TNT is a very good tag team, man. And future endeavors for them. I hope they just do their thing. They're good. They're a really good tag team. And like Mr. Invisible said, they're like two Angelo Dawkins, and Wesley was the Montez of the group. Honestly and truthfully, he was crazy. His in-work skills were crazy advanced, man. And yeah, man, it sucks. It sucks him not being a part of WWE anymore, because I'm gonna just say this. Last week Raw was good. SmackDown was great. Crown Jewel was great. Raw was great. If they cleaning up their act, they better not drop the ball on Oba, bro. That's all I'm gonna say. They better not drop the ball on Oba. They better get their stuff right with Austin Theory. Like, they need to do something. I
don't know if you've seen the house show report over the weekend. Like, Oba was working Oba Omos.
Yep. Omos.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, that was like maybe that could be.
And they said Austin Theory supposed to join Division. Well, was Division,
But we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that later on in another day.
Oba Femi new gimmick is he'll come out like Mike Awesome was in the 70s with the suit with a disco theme.
Why? D-Walk, stop playing lies. Let's go over. Now, okay. CJ, your thoughts on this match?
Yeah, I thought the match was pretty good too, and I give it like a B. And it's still wild that they really gonna sit here and release this man. Like, you got a good superstar in your hands right there, and just want to let him go. But yeah, him being part of the group and all. Well, at least we can see him again. Well, depending on how many episodes they're gonna let him appear on Evolve with them. But yeah. Being High Rise, I think that's probably part of the group of Wesley. They might end up going back to TNT. I don't know.
All right. I mean, High Rise. If it's gonna be High Rise again, they need a third, and there's not really a lot of third. I mean, maybe Trick. Like, oh, you lost your boy. They say now you're with me. We'll call it Trick and Rise. I don't know.
No, I don't want to see that.
Trick and Rise.
Trick and Rise. I don't know. Something
Trick
like that.
Rise. You would.
Sound like a chicken joint.
I know, it's Trick. Trick lost the belt to Mike Santana. He needs to do something, and he needs like some backup. But I want to
feud with Saints. Yeah, I guess.
Cardi M had a conspiracy. Yeah. Here we go.
It really felt like a win was right there for the taking, and they come up short again. You saw here Marcus and Rourke with some tag team offense working together. It looked great, but the power of Tyreek was too much. Rourke back there with double knees off the top rope. but he missed here. Nobody was home, and it led to the heart stopper, which you know nobody is getting up from. High Rise are back in Evolve, and they got a big victory.
Context. We were talking about that Robert Stone's from Jersey, and his wife. But either way, go on, Freddie.
Okay. So what happened here was basically this is the Jersey accent conspiracy, where we've been watching 30 some episodes of Evolve, and Robert Stone's Jersey accent has never really made that much of an appearance until tonight, and quite a strong appearance it was. And I'm just wondering, like, is it because Marcus Mathers, from Philly, like proximity, like. And then also Robert Stone did an interview with somebody else from Philly where he was promoting Evolve.
Yeah. And the Jersey, I said it to the group, but the Jersey sound came out real fucking quick. He's the only one, by the way, that's promoting Evolve anywhere.
Oh, good.
Even like people get disappeared on his brand, like, oh, Evolve in 4 days, Evolve in 3 days. I'm like, man, bless your heart. Like everyone's dropping like flies.
I'm still gonna have some feelings if he takes the
GM.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we'll talk about that. We will talk about that.
But yeah, did you guys hear the Jersey accent, or was it just me?
EOD?
No, I heard it in there, but maybe it comes and goes because I don't know. I'm like that sometimes too. Like, not Jersey, but
yeah.
There you go.
That's right, Joe accent. You only hear it when he get mad.
I was gonna say that mad or drinking too much.
Yeah,
it comes out.
The comes out real strong.
Okay.
There you go. I like that. But also, EOD, Terrell, CJ Wolfie, Coach, wherever you are, we love you. I know you're having a good time. Hope you sleep early tomorrow. We have been saying this for weeks, and they haven't brought it up. They haven't talked about it. They haven't even had a whisper of it. But for the first time ever in this match, this was said, ladies and gentlemen.
She is glowing. She is magnetic. She is whimsical. She's Big Coquito. She's the lioness. She's Nikita Multimedia. Peter, how is it hard to find words for Nikita Lyons? She often fights with the air before.
I think would really enjoy this match.
Who's that?
The Hall of Famer Booker T.
Oh, he is bizarre. I mean, I think that's what we're all trying to figure out right now. Is she the same Wendy? You prepare for that old.
Damn, she still got a job?
Hey, I'm gonna just keep it real.
Sorry about that. Sorry about that. I actually had a clip of Robert Stone and Peter Rosenberg talking about the tag team division. Like, when is there going to be a tag team at Evolve? And Peter Rosenberg said, and I quote, Evolve has the best tag team division in all of wrestling. EOD, and we're going clockwise. What are your thoughts on that? He actually said that.
What the kids say? That's cap.
Tag team in all of wrestling.
That's cap. That's what that was. They got some good tag. Y'all don't even have the best tag team division in the WWE, but yeah, that was cap. But I do want to see some belts, though. I think they have enough tag teams to have belts. So
keep that hat on because he capping.
Yeah, that was.
Okay, hold up.
We got a lot of exaggerations tonight on this show. On that show.
Oh, Terrell, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, they stressed it with that one. I ain't gonna lie, they did. They stressed it with that one. But I will say this: they're right about Booker T, man. Booker T would have had a whole heart attack seeing the stuff that Wendy Chu and Nikita Lyons was doing in that match to each other. He would have had a heart attack.
Yeah, we'll get to that. My bad on that. Yeah, my bad for showing that clip, but we'll get to that match later on. I understand that. I understand the assignment on that shit.
They was doing some real, they was doing some strange for a piece of chain type stuff up in that match, man.
Okay. Now,
well, Nikita Lyons do anything for a Klondike bar.
I know, but that match, I wish you would have saw it, Joe, because Wendy Chu being significantly smaller than Nikita Lyons adapted to her style. Kind of like adapted a little Darby Allin in certain parts. But we'll talk about that match when we get there.
But why do I had a question? Why do everybody want to dress like Awesome Kong with that gladiator outfit on? And that shit she did with the splits in the corner. I'm like, dog, come on. Come on.
Okay, it's called touch grass.
Huh?
Yeah, that's the actual touch grass.
Touch grass.
You gotta save something. You gotta save something for OnlyFans.
That's okay.
I'm surprised
ladies and gentlemen, he does not mean it. Now,
I'm surprised she still got a job.
I know. We will talk about that match in a second. Backstage for the last time, not for the last time, these people, but the last person, this person, Stevie Turner, the PM, the Prime Minister of Evolve, is backstage. Jax and Harley pop out in the back. Harley looking like Triple H's head, as we talked about Diesel's body, and then Jax. I forgot what he looks like, but you said he looked good with the red crop top. I forgot what he looked like. They were saying that, hey, I do like this little Easter egg. Harley said, I don't like it that Cappuccino Jack and Cartwheel Jones. Yeah, like he messed up his names on purpose. I'm like, you little asshole. They said like, oh, they want a rematch. I'm like, but you lost. Like, didn't you say you were gonna beat them up? And like you're not like the Indies, and they said back, it doesn't matter. Look, 99 out of 99% out of 100 will always win. This was a fluke. Harley says, look, we need to have the rubber matches. We need to bring it back. Stevie Turner says, this is your third match ever. So this would be like your first ever rubber matches. You really can't say that shit. And I respect that because Stevie Turner has had rubber matches over her career. Okay. Shout out to TV Turner. She just said also that she's super excited to wrestle again. They didn't let her wrestle in NXT and then Evolve, so she gets to wrestle again. So I like that. They say if Robert Stone was the GM, none of this would have happened. There was a big ooh in the crowd. Stevie Turner says, how dare you say his name in my office? You know what? Fine. You're going to have a match with them. Bye. Get out of here. They apologize for the Robert Stone thing, and Peter Rosenberg tells the Robert Stone that she really doesn't like you. She says, you know what? He says, you know what? The feeling's freaking mutual. This is a freaking, but I say feeling's mutual. Now, EOD, thoughts on the manipulation of the Diesels and the future prospect of Robert Stone becoming the GM of Evolve.
All right, when they first said it, it was just like a ooh moment. But the way WWE's been doing things lately, it was probably a foreshadowing what was going. Maybe Stevie even knew maybe it was coming or whatever. But I know we'll talk more about that later. The manipulation, I liked it, but it wasn't. They kind of manipulated because she did recognize what they were trying to do because she did call them out on it and said, "Oh, I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to manipulate me because by saying Stone because she's gonna get mad." But she was just like, F it or whatever. That's what you want. We're gonna go ahead and have it. I did like the line when they're talking about the rubber matches, and she said, "No, this is like your third match ever." I'm like, yeah, that was good. It's like, y'all like rookies. So that was good, and I do like the seeming I just still call them the Diesels or whatever. They get some character work. It's not they're just big muscle heads or whatever. It's like, oh no, when they faked the injury in the ring last week, it's like, okay, they're using some sly stuff to kind of cut some corners a little bit. So I do appreciate that. Overall, I thought it was a good segment, and I like Stevie Turner as the PM. And Robert Stone being the PM in the future, he'll probably change the name if he is, since that's more of a UK thing. It could happen. I hope it doesn't because I really do like him on commentary. And I know you said something about the ring announcer. Is he still with the company or he's just not on Evolve anymore? The ring announcer. What's his name? Blake something? Yeah. That usually calls the main event. Oh, okay. Because I know she's been doing it for the last couple episodes. So I'm like, I think he's still with the company though. Because he also promotes Evolve too. Like Stevie Turner will promote it. Robert Stone. Okay. Yeah, I knew Blake something. Yeah. So hopefully he's still with the company and everything. They're just letting her, spread her wings out a little bit.
Okay. So you got a Blake something and a Jake something?
Wow. I can't remember if Blake was his last name or his first name, but I knew Blake was in there somewhere.
There's a lot of Blakes. And
Blake Howard, I think you said his name was. Yeah. Okay.
Robert Blake.
Whatever.
Oh my
Yeah.
god! All right, Terrell, your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I feel like the manipulation is
I'm gonna turn on.
I feel like the manipulation was crazy. Honestly, the way she fell for it is absolutely ridiculous. You're the prime minister, man. Like, you supposed to be on top of this, but I already did a rant on her for not paying attention to certain things that goes on in her establishment. So, hey, sorry, Stevie.
Damn, that's cold blooded. I'm gonna get that.
Nah, she did call out the manipulation there. I got your back, Stevie. You did call it out. You just didn't care
Yep.
and everything.
Yeah.
You did say, "Oh, I see what you're
Yeah.
trying to do. You're trying to use this name in my office to get you this match." She did call it out,
Yeah.
but she didn't care.
She did. CJ, your thoughts?
Yeah, it was some, how they just sit here and try to do that with her on there. But them to get that get a rematch with that is pretty cool too, to see and get to know who get the one up on the other this time. So yes, it's interesting.
Okay. Cardi M, your thoughts on the rematch? Is the rubber matches of all rubber matches have evolved, and that's not saying much. of the Diesel versus Adrenaline Drip.
I'm looking forward to it. I mean, like you said, this is their first rubber match and their third match ever. So
Ever.
yeah, I like them so far.
Yeah. Now,
excuse me,
Joe. You would like the Diesels. Like their finisher is pretty cool, where they just pop up a person into the air, and then another person just spears them into oblivion. They did that to Adrenaline Drip. It looked gnarly. However, Cappuccino Jones, which is their real name, and Jack Cartwheel, which is a real name, are very good wrestlers. They're all indies, obviously, but their gimmicks and their style, like, dude, Jack Cartwheel is like a legit male cheerleader. So he just incorporates that into wrestling, kind of like how Alexa Bliss was in NXT, because she incorporated a lot of her cheerleading and gymnast styles. So that's cool. And Cappuccino Jones, I wish you were there, Joe. His gimmick is that he has a cup of coffee, right? He always drinks coffee. That's his gimmick. And in the first couple episodes when we saw him, he would go in he would come into the ring, but before he went to the ring, he would give his cup of coffee to the person into the crowd. A person would drink it, and then it would just start convulsing. So we said, you know what? Whatever the hell he's drinking is killing people that are not of normal, their stature.
He has some Hennessy in there.
No, dude. People would convulse and do the stanky leg and shit. Like they were just gone. Some people would even stay still for long periods of time. So that would be like the Flash, where they're just vibrating at such a fast amount of speed. We think they're not moving, but they're actually vibrating so fast. But that's the gimmicks of those people. Now, this is the point I want to say, because this is freaking ridiculous. I have it right here. Damn it, sorry about that. Here we go. Wendy Chu versus Nikita Lyons. I know that you blocked WWE, Joe, and I know that you don't like it. I respect it, and I know that Nikita Lyons has been mostly show. It's been mostly show for Nikita Lyons. Shake your butt, sing, punch your punches in the air. However, and Joe knows about Wendy Chu, just like D-Walk. Wendy Chu has evolved. I hate to say the gimmick of it, but she has evolved from what has happened before. She actually talks now. She let go of the little things. She's let go of the face paint. She doesn't bring out the pillowcase anymore. She has the little eye mask, but she threw it away. Nikita Lyons came into the ring, and I want to give a shout out to EOD, because he heard this too. But I give it the Cardi M. This is the funny part that someone said this. I think I have it right here. I think this is the one. So let's see.
It's bizarre. I mean, I think that's what we're all trying to figure out right now. Is she the same Wendy? Do you prepare for that old Wendy, or what? She is glowing. She is magnetic. She is whimsical. She's big Coquito. She's the lioness. She's Nikita Multimedia. Peter, how is it hard to find words for Nikita Lyons?
She often fights with the air before matches start. She does so many things.
She's pumping her.
Hey, my question is this. How Nikita Lyons dodging all these releases?
We'll talk about that because that was funny that Peter Rosenberg said that she punches into the air and like acts like she's fighting somebody. We talked about this a lot. Like she just does shadow boxing and looks stupid. This time, she didn't do the shadow boxing. She went to the top of the rope and did the screaming thing. Wendy Choo was stone-faced throughout the whole match. Match starts. Wendy Choo is dominating for a little bit against Nikita Lyons. Wendy Choo does Darby Allin moves against Nikita Lyons. Nikita Lyons dominates after that, and to the point that she does the touch grass, which is basically
Bronco Buster split.
wop.
A Bronco split.
It's a split, but with the wop.
That don't
And
sound
Wendy
right.
Choo was
It sounds right when you say it. It doesn't sound right when I say it. Bronco split. I said Bronco split.
Nah, it's the WAP split, bro. That's like there's the WAP. Okay,
It's the brontosaurus. Called the brontosaurus split.
Yes, but she did that. She calls it touch grass. It's ridiculous. It doesn't make any sense, but she calls it touch grass. Then she tried to go after Wendy Choo tried to do the sleeper hold that she does. And the dirt nap. Sorry. Then she threw Wendy Choo to the corner. She went to the floor. Nikita Lyons. She went to the top rope. She tried to do a Vader bomb. No water in the pool. She crashed. Wendy Choo did a nice little transition into the dirt nap for the for the dirt nap for the tap, for the straight tap. Wendy Choo stands tall. Nikita Lyons goes to the floor. And I'm going to say this now because I'm going to clip this. Nikita Lyons, you cannot go after Kelly Armstrong because you lost. EOD, thoughts and rating of the match. By the way, Wendy Choo, Joe, Wendy Choo said this on video. Yes, let's talk about that.
Is bizarre. I mean, I think that's what we're all trying to figure out right now. Is she the same Wendy? Do you prepare for that old Wendy or what? What is that? She meowed at her. She just meowed at her. We just saw a meow at the I don't think the old Wendy Choo meows. I don't think so either.
Wow.
That was
meowed, bro.
It was crazy.
Yes.
What,
I'm getting 1,000 views on the channel because of that. Just because of that.
Yeah.
That was like, it makes no sense.
Did you feel the Nikita Lyons intro?
Yes, that she punches into the air. Let's give a shout out to you. She meowed, Joe. Like she's getting more. I like this Wendy Choo, and I told Cardi M this. Wendy Choo has the same power. She's just having a personality change. Like I'm still and the fact that Nikita Lyons has only been there for 3 years, and Wendy Choo has been there for 6 years. Evolve recognizes that and says, "Yeah, Wendy Choo is the gatekeeper here. Don't be coming into Evolve acting like you hard and acting like you can beat Wendy Choo. Wendy Choo on a bad day can beat you, and this proves it. Wendy Choo on a bad day beat her. So leave her alone. But that's for later. But like I said, EOD, your thoughts and rating."
Yeah, the meow thing was fun. Basically, she was getting out of a submission hold of some sort, and so after she got her, she was face to face with Nikita, and she got the cat gimmick. She just meowed at her and then just pounced her. I was like, "Wait, what? We haven't seen that before." So that was pretty funny. To me, I thought Nikita Lyons actually looked really like. I actually like Nikita Lyons. But I actually thought this was like a really good match. The both of them had obviously Wendy was like leading the charge and everything with it, but Nikita had a really good showing, and the touch grass move. I mean, yeah, I could love it or hate it and everything, but people on my page seem to love it. So,
I've seen your channel too, EOD. They love it on your channel as well.
I'm like, hey, thank you guys, thank you, Nikita. I got a lot of subs off of that one, but yeah, but I thought it was like really good. Nikita's showing she's showing more of an offensive moveset. Like she's doing different things, and I just hope she doesn't mess up her knees. But she's starting to do things, I guess, to make sure that doesn't happen again. I think that might be one of the reasons why she's not doing the shadow boxing in the beginning. Like me, I never actually had a problem with it, but I know a lot of people here had a problem with the shadow boxing but they have been talking about it for not weeks, like months and everything. So they finally said something about it, and she didn't do it. I'm like, oh, okay, so looks like she's not going to do that anymore. Touch grass. For those of you who don't know, the name probably doesn't make any sense, but she's a big plant person and with nature and all that stuff. So for her, it makes sense. But if you're just watching it on its own, it's like, touch grass. It's like doesn't make. But I believe that's the reason why.
Yeah, it's because she do she does a lot of yoga.
Yeah,
and she likes to actually do yoga on grass instead of
Yeah.
doing it on a mat.
Yeah. So when you look at the move itself, it doesn't
so
make
like,
any sense. But if you know,
like
her
she literally
personality, makes sense.
like she literally goes out and play in the rain and splits and all kind of stuff, man. Like she's like a big kid almost.
Joe, Joe, I was about to ask you. Do you want me to say it, Joe? You want to say it because they're being PG right now, and
they're being fucking PG, like we're on Saturday morning Smurf cartoon. Like, come on now, let's be honest. The touch grass is for all the internet IWC trolls that are in the basement that don't get out, that are just staring into Keto Lions and getting one off.
I just meant just the name of it itself. That's all I'm saying.
We can say things without actually going into context. We're adults.
I can say it though.
Okay, you want context?
I can. Go ahead. Say it.
I mean, there are people that don't get out of their mom's basement that are jerking off to Nikita Lyons, that are busting a nut because, and that's what that's why she named the move that. Because she knows she's probably got about 50,000 people that are blowing a nut to when she's doing it.
And they need to go outside and touch some grass. They need to get out the house.
No, ladies and gentlemen, speaking of touch grass, I hope I don't get in trouble for this. Let's go.
Kids. You heard her. Touch grass. You can do it. Put your back into it. I'm going to stay seated.
You can do it. Put your back into it.
Unless maybe she's one of them folks that don't trim, and she's got a bush down there, and she making them touch the grass.
Yeah,
you can do it. You can do it. Put your back into it. Yeah,
Hey,
you can do it. Put your back into it.
I see OnlyFans in their near future.
Now, okay. First off, D-Walk, you know I ain't got a button for that. You know what? I do have a button for you though. Here you go.
What a bitch!
Here you go.
Oh, I didn't say nothing about busting nuts or nothing like that. But I get. Oh, okay, all right. I see how it is.
What a bitch!
That's two.
Wow. You know what? I ain't gonna say nothing. I ain't gonna say nothing else.
First off, I want to give a shout out to Booker T because he gets a shout out back. Here we go.
I think would really enjoy this match. Who's that? The Hall of Famer Booker T. Oh, we're agreeing on something here. I don't know if we'd understand everything he'd be saying during it. I think he'd have a lot of things to say during this match. There's a lot for Booker to enjoy. As Nikita.
No, have mercy.
Put that out there. Shout out to Booker T.
Have a heart attack.
He would have a heart attack on multiple levels.
Mm-hmm.
Now, after that, by the way, these matches were 5 minutes, 6 minutes, 6 minutes and a half. That's it. Every match is like between 6 and 7. Brooks Jensen mocked Tate Wilder for wanting a spot on Succession because he said, like, that's just pure stupidity. You lost, you've been losing, and you won one match, and then you want to be on the biggest pay-per-view ever by winning one match. You're freaking ridiculously stupid. So it'll be a Brooks Jensen versus Tate Wilder Bull Rope match. We talked about that. The Vanity Project was shown walking towards the ring to find out who would challenge Jackson Drake. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I watched it back. Jackson Drake, they were Robert Stone and Peter Rosenberg was talking over them, talking about when the match was going to start and all that stuff. I was listening to what Jackson Drake was telling Brad Baylor. They were actually having a real conversation. Jackson Drake was telling, this is not bullshit. Jackson Drake was telling Brad Baylor and they were telling and Ricky Smokes, like, hey, you're gonna have to pay for your postage for the bust of my face, but I'm gonna send it to you, okay? He's like, oh, but how much is it? Like, no, don't worry about it. Just like, I'm gonna send it to you and you're gonna pay for it. He actually said that. Like, on the way to the ring, he really is selling on the fact that I want you to buy or I want you to pay for the postage for a statue of my likeness. Commitment, ladies and gentlemen. I'll put that out there. I love that. He actually said that. Look back, ladies and gentlemen. Actually was cool. All right. By the way, Jack, here's Jamar Hampton's move that could have been.
A move I never got to use.
That could have been his move. That could have been his badass move. 720 twirl around. Anyway. All right. Main event. Jackson Drake is with the Vanity Project. In the front, they're chilling out. He's saying that he wants people, whoever's going to come out, hurry up. Who's going to be the person who's going to address me? Sean Legacy comes out. And Sean Legacy says, look, you guys have been a thorn in my side, a pain in hell for the last, ever since it started with this crap. And he looks in the camera and he tells Keanu Carver, when I win the belt, I will give you a shot. When he says that, Idris Enofe comes out of nowhere and beats the crap out of him, throws him to the LED board, and gets out to the back. Sean Legacy's out. I love that Idris Enofe on his way out beat the crap out of somebody. Like, I'm out, but I'm going to beat somebody on the way out. I love that. Thank you, Idris. You are the EOE, the epitome of excellence for that. Thank you. Now, they say, well, Ricky Smokes gets the belt, which I love. Cardi M said, Ricky Smokes, I said it too. Ricky Smokes looks like he vomited, and he's just pale. Looks all bad. So he says, look, I guess like Sean Legacy's out. And Jackson Drake says, look, I want to give thanks to Zayda Steel, style, excellence, and everything else. He gives thanks to Vanity. He gives thanks to Swipe Right. They are undefeated on dating apps and dominating. I love that they didn't say undefeated and Evolve because they're not, but undefeated in dating apps. And then when he said that, and when everyone said swipe left, Jackson Drake looked at Bryce Donovan, looked up and down, and then said this. And I want to give thanks to myself. Me, Cardi M, and I'm guessing EOD and Terrell and CJ Wolfie saw that that Bryce Donovan took off his glasses, walked around the table, pissed as hell, and grabbed the contract. Jackson Drake's like, hey, you're in my camera, bro. Get out of here. You're ruining my thing. Like, you know what? And then Bryce Donovan, like a voice being heard throughout the ages, says this.
I have been waiting a long time to say right here that you are all the worst human beings I have ever met in my entire life. What?
I love that. And then he attacks. He says that he thinks I'm soft. He attacks Ricky Smokes. He attacks Brad Baylor. Zayda Steel gets the hell out of there. Ricky is super fast. He choke slams Jackson Drake into the table viciously, grabs the contract, signs it, and is official. Jackson Drake versus Bryce Donovan for the Evolve Championship. Now, Joe, we had a bunch of speculations. We thought it was going to be Keanu Carver. We thought it was going to be Sean Legacy. We thought it was going to be anything else. But this story started from episode 1 to episode 32 to get here. And now Bryce Donovan, who's a great talker by EOD standards and everyone else's, is going after Jackson Drake for the belt. Now, if you would book this 32 episode story, Joe, who would win next week?
It's between Ricky Smokes and Bryce Donovan?
No, it would be Bryce Donovan versus the Evolve champion Jackson Drake.
Jackson Drake.
Okay, that's fine. All right, I respect that. I'm not going to counter that. EOD, we're going to do predictions now. The thoughts on the segment and predictions of Bryce versus Jackson next week.
All right. Now that we kind of know everything that's going on with releases, I wonder if they kind of had an idea earlier, like while they were filming. I don't know how early they're filming this, because it seemed like it's coming at the right time. Because for those who don't know, Zayda Steel is not going to be there anymore. So Bryce Donovan has just lost his damn mind or whatever. So safe to say he's not part of any project anymore. So it's like, okay, if you're going to break them up, you're breaking them up at the right time. So I don't know if the story got kind of fast forwarded or not, but they did tease the Keanu Carver thing. So when they did his arm, it's like, okay, he's not medically clear. So he did win the number one contendership, but he can't go at Succession. So we could always put that in our back pocket for a later date. The tease of Sean Legacy, because that beginning when this whole thing started, we always thought it was going to be Sean Legacy at some point to get the championship, maybe gets Keanu since Harlem Lewis isn't there. So that was a good way of like they teased it. He came out, he got beat down or whatever. So it's like, okay, yeah, no, it's not going to be him. And now Bryce Donovan, which makes sense because they have really been building a story. It's just been getting steam over the last like month and a half. But for him to be able to go for the championship this way was that I didn't see that coming and everything because we just had the number one contendership match last week and he wasn't part of that except for the beat down of Keanu. Now, I do know Drake just signed a new contract. So, is he about to be called up to Evolve? That's the thing. Because you could always have Bryce Donovan beat him for the championship, call Drake up, and Bryce Donovan was the one that took out Keanu Carver. He was the one that took him out. So when Carver comes back, you could always run that back again whenever they decide he's healthy. Shawn Legacy's still there, but then Keanu could go back to being a heel while Bryce Donovan's clearly like a face now. You can book it either way. I think Bryce will end up winning it only because I think they're about to move some people up to move. I think that was also the reason why everybody got let go, so they can fill in spaces with the other prospects. So now it's time to do what Evolve's supposed to do: get these people to NXT, bring some more people in to fill up the space. So I think Bryce is going to end up winning. But the promo, the whole setup was great. I like the whole thing. It was great. That was an A segment right there. All the bait and switching. So long story.
Terrell, then CJ. Your thoughts on the promo and predictions of Bryce versus Jackson Drake next week?
I need Bryce Donovan to win, man. I really do. I think it's about time for Jackson Drake to lose the belt. It would be nice to see Bryce Donovan win the belt. It sucks that Keanu Carver, he got injured, of course, in the attack. But maybe they have other plans for Keanu. I think Keanu, honestly, is ready. To me, he's ready for the next step. Whatever that next step would be, whether it's LFG, NXT, I think Keanu Carver is ready for, NXT. As far as with Jackson Drake, he's been an amazing champion. That's my boy, you know what I'm saying? The Carolina Reaper, baby. He's the Carolina Reaper. But at the end of the day, I think he's ready for NXT as well.
Okay. CJ?
Yeah, I really like this. I already figured they're gonna be happening soon with Bryce Donovan. Finally, he just snapped on him. But it's crazy that he ended up being the number one contender. Well, being the contender for the match for a succession against Jackson Drake. And I'm looking forward to it. And really, I kind of hope he wins. And we'll see how he gonna run as the Evolve champion.
Okay, I respect that. Cardi, Bryce versus Jackson. Who wins?
Oh man, Bryce Donovan. I will say, by the way, I was so happy to see him stand up against Jackson Drake and the rest of Vanity Project. So happy.
Smooth operator there. Okay, I respect that. I actually want Bryce to win because it makes sense. You've done this for 32 episodes. If Jackson's going to go up, then let him go up to the main rock, like not the NXT, and then Bryce Donovan stays there. Has the belt for a while until Keanu heals. When Keanu heals, he'll just take the belt off Bryce because that's the only way you can think about it. And now that Vanity Project's kind of no more because of Zayda, you can swipe right and Jackson up to NXT, and then get a woman from there.
And we also got to keep in mind.
Project.
Yeah. We also got to keep in mind
I was
too.
thinking like the only woman I can think that probably would fit and I'm just saying this because there's not that many women up in the main in NXT. Like maybe Rizzo or maybe Thea Hale. That's it. That's what I'm thinking because there's not that many people that would like hang out with douchebags of their age.
Yeah. I was going to say too. Bryce Donovan knew how this all was going to end. You know what I'm saying? like I said, I'm always go with the energy vampire theory. He knew exactly what he was doing the entire time, and he knew
did.
how this was going to end. Just like he said in the last episode, I already know what I'm doing. I know how this is going to end. Just let me do my thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
And
I won't. Oh, sorry.
yeah.
I was going to say I will pat myself on the back real quick. I told you guys Bryce Donovan was a good promo. He just wasn't doing it on TV at the time, but he was practicing his craft on the Indies. When I saw him in pro, I was like, he's talking more ish than the entire Vanity Project. You know, they like to talk a lot. So I was like, he was talking ish against Cappuccino Jones the entire match. It might still be on YouTube. I'm not sure. I think it might be behind a paywall or something now. But if you could go back and find a match, I think it might be on my Twitter page. I think.
Yeah.
I think the ID program released that match, but it was. And now you see like, yeah, Bryce is that guy, and Drake did disrespect him though when he looked at him, praised everybody, says, "I like to thank myself." I was like, geez, that Bryce lost his damn mind when he said that.
Yep.
he lost it, as D-Walk would say. My man crashed out and everything.
Yeah.
Hard. He lost all control when he did that. He said,
We both saw it.
He said, "Get out of my camera spot." He's like, not thinking anything. That's how delusional Drake is. He's like, "Hey, you my camera spot. Get out of my way."
Yeah. I love that part because me and Cardala saw it, and when he just put his glasses in his pocket, I'm like, oh, it's about to be shit. It's about to be hell now. And Zayda still selling it like, oh.
It looked like she thought she was gonna get hit too. She was like, let me get the hell out of here.
No, she got there super fast. Go on, Cardi.
No, the final straw was when Jackson Drake looked him up and down and then chose to overlook him when shouting out the rest of the
Yeah, exactly. Like it's just, that was the point. Yeah, but then like Terrell made a good point. Like, Bryce Donovan knew what he was doing because throughout the whole segment he kept looking at the entrance. Like Shawn Legacy came out, he kept looking at Shawn Legacy. Shawn Legacy was out, right? Once he knew Shawn Legacy was out, then he enacted his plan because he's like, there's no one else. There literally is no one else in the roster that can go after the belt right now at this moment, except for me and maybe one other person, but he's still an LFG.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. That's why I think they really gave Jensen the match because he was the one that fought Keanu, and you would think, okay, it was the number one contender. He went down. He should technically be the next man up, but they already booked him in the match earlier in the night, so he couldn't fight him. So I'm like, oh, that was actually pretty smart on their end. So I was like, okay, yeah. Who else is left? The number one contenders, one is injured, other one's occupied. So
that's true. That's the point that I hate about that because honestly, but that's the end of Evolve, ladies and gentlemen. Final rating EOD as a whole.
As a whole, it was a B. It was a B show.
All right, that's fine. Cardi M, final rating as a whole.
I'll give it a B+.
Okay. Terrell.
I'll have to give it a B+.
Okay. All right. CJ Wolfie.
I'll give it a B+.
I give it a B as well. And ladies and gentlemen, we have buttons here for that. All right. We're here for the minute now. We got about 20 minutes left. Let's talk about those cuts. Rich Hollins. And ladies and gentlemen, we'll show you the video again so you can see. I actually updated it. Here's the video with all the cuts that are as of right now.
Who can say where the road goes, where the day flows? Only time. And who can say if your love grows as your heart shows? Only time.
Remix! And why the hell did Wesley and Stevie Turner got released? Goddamn, Sarah Zacher. The security guard Draco Knox is gone. We love you so. Damn Jamar Hampton. Damn it all to hell. Zayda, you left us. Kylie, you were pregnant. And Rich, I don't give a shit.
That was hilarious. The remix part you said was remix. Hey, that was hilarious, Alex.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna
Now,
nominate you, man.
I know. Now let's talk about these. Let's talk about these releases. Because, ladies and gentlemen, during these days of the releases, people have said statements. This is Gentala's statement. Now, Gentala has said, and I quote, and oops, sorry. In the past month, I saw it, and I think everyone else saw it. I broke down some of those big walls I had failed to break down during LFG. My promos were showing range, but I finally let go. My move set I recently developed in the ring showed aggression, everything the legends were looking for, and I was able to showcase that in recent matches. And for me, that was a win. Maybe it came down to timing. Did I break those walls quick enough? Maybe I was just an unrecognizable name on a list, or maybe they just didn't see what I see in myself. At the end of the day, the only person I have to prove my worth is to me. I'm not giving up. Gentala may be no more, but Leia Laurel has always been a fighter. I have been trying to collect my thoughts and find the right words to address my recent release. Before WWE, I've been a jack of all trades with many hobbies, but couldn't settle on one thing. Was always missing that flame of passion. With contract in hand, I kept thinking, what if this was what I've been missing? I found my passion and I was all in. I wasn't just fascinated by the physical aspects of pro wrestling. What hooked me was the psychology, the emotions that can be expressed by wrestlers and felt by the audience. For those questioning my commitment, dedication, excuse me, I can say with a hand on my heart that I didn't falter. I knew I had weak points in my promos in wrestling, so I put 110%, fed myself with knowledge from my coaches, and made roster talent who came through the PC. Now, Cardium, what are your thoughts on Gentala's statements that she tried to give her all percent, but basically, like they thought she wasn't good enough.
Yeah. No, I mean, this is my first time hearing that statement, and I think it's very sincere. And yeah, I mean, again, going back to what we were talking about earlier, like there's so many wrestlers that had a lot of potential, and she was one of them. She wasn't my favorite, but she had a lot of potential. So
She did. She did.
future endeavors.
For endeavors. EOD, your thoughts on this?
Yeah, it's unfortunate because we were just talking about her too. Because, like I said, the segment that they put her in with the whole Mysterio attacker, I feel like she was not the original person, but she made it work. And I thought she was good. I never watched LFG, so I don't have any basis to frame it off of. But I have to say to Chintala, like Stephanie Fakir, she was there too at one point. They let her go. She went out in the world, honed her craft, and now look, she won like 4 championships this year. It's crazy. So you could always come back and everything. Just you still want to wrestle, like it sounds like she does. Like most of the people seem like it was something else kind of going on, but she seemed like she still wants to do it. So do it. WWE. Just because you get released one day doesn't mean you can't come back. So
yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
Terrell, see what are your thoughts on this?
It's sad, man. It is. It's pretty sad, but
Yeah.
everybody gonna be able to bounce back from it. You know what I'm saying? Especially if they want it bad enough, they will bounce back from it.
and now
Yeah.
you have a fan base too. Sorry, because
Yep.
of Evolve, like I didn't know who she was before, but I know her because of
hmm
Evolve now. So now when she goes out and do something, it's like, oh yeah, I could.
Yeah, so that's also from
Follow you.
Evolve. So
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, I hope she bounced back too. Yeah, she was pretty good on there. So
Yeah.
yeah, hopefully
Reality
she'll find
wrestling,
somewhere she
maybe.
yeah.
I get that. I get that. Now, Rich Holland, we showed about that one. He just got released after the 5 kids. Joe talked about that. BJ Ray BJ, he got released when he was hurt as well. Kylie Rae was released during pregnancy.
Was she
Zayda
released or
Steele
did they not
left.
renew her contract? That's
Yeah,
the
they
one
didn't
They
I
renew
renew
her
a
didn't know.
contract.
contract.
Okay.
That's true. I'm sorry. They didn't renew her contract during like the
Same with
pregnancy,
Yeah,
Ridge.
during pregnancy. Yeah. Yeah.
but they didn't renew the contract during Rich Holland's recovery and
Yeah,
BJ
that's
as well.
crazy. Yeah. That was crazy.
hmm
That too. Um, Zayda Steele left by herself. Idris Enofe left by herself. Hampton didn't get renewed his contract during the fucking hip surgery that he just did.
Yeah, that was
Yep.
That was messed up. And let's see who else. Zara
Ray
Nova
couldn't.
wasn't hurt. Yeah.
What's his name? And he related
Lance
to
Anoa'i.
the
Lance Anoa'i. And
yeah.
because he's been cursed with injury after injury after injury for like a good minute.
Really?
So I want to start with Joe and then EOD because I know you guys
Okay.
are two wise men. Joe, and we talked about this in the beginning, but now you can say it. What are your thoughts on people now? TKO is just not renewing their contracts during times that they're screwed for months now.
This is another example of bad ownership.
What he said.
It's another example of how being bad owners. If this was Vince McMahon that was running WWE right now, he would have made sure his people were taken care of. He would have made sure that these people would have had a little bit of a contract extension to cover for their months that they were out. They would have made sure that they at least got paid while they were out, and he would have made sure that they got taken care of.
Mm-hmm. Bring back Vinnie Mac.
I'm sorry, TKO is failing on all aspects. They didn't renew a contract of a woman because she was pregnant. What era do we live in?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then you let go of a husband who has got 5 children that is hurt himself in your company. You're not going to renew his contract because of he's injured, but you're going to pay his medical bills. But you're not renewing his contract. So his medical bills, it's nice that you're paying his medical bills, but what about his bills? Like his, mortgage and, electricity and food and things like that.
Carno.
Y'all ain't thinking about that. You're like, oh, we're going to pay his medical bills. Well, that's nice of you. But what about his kids? Who's going to take care of them? Who's going to make sure that they eat? Ridge wasn't making the most money. He wasn't one of the top talents. There's maybe 10 superstars in WWE that make top money.
Mm-hmm. But they kept Nikita Lyons, though.
Yeah, they kept Nikita Lyons. They kept Dante Chen. They kept people like that. If anything, I feel like TKO is trying to get rid of Evolve. And I feel like that because Evolve is on a network that they don't make money off of. It's free. Evolve has no audience, so they're not making anything off ticket sales or concessions. So they can't they can't jack ticket prices up to God knows what. They're not making money off of Evolve, so I feel like they feel in TKO's mindset that Evolve is expendable.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they killing WWE in general, bro.
But we're going to start with Evolve.
Everything. Huh?
We're going to start with Evolve, D-Walk. We're starting with Evolve because Evolve is something that they're not profiting off of.
Yeah, I agree.
So if they're not profiting off of it, they're going to get rid of it.
Yeah, of course. I'm not making no money, of course, man. That's like giving away free food. To them, it's like giving away free food.
Yeah, and I know, Alex, that kills you. But it's TKO's mindset, not WWE mindset. It's not a fan's mindset. This is a business mindset. And to TKO, if it's not making money and not generating more revenue for their pockets, it's expendable.
Okay. Now, counterpoint. The fact that you put it on Tubi, you weren't getting any money on Tubi. You're just throwing that out there as an experiment because, again, Tubi was an experiment. I understand that.
TKO did not own the company when they made that decision.
Yeah, I know. But now they do, and they realize, but here's the part that I get sad, and you have to understand this too, and you realize this as well. This was a project that Triple H wanted to do. He has said it. I always wanted to do it, sort of like NXT again, but going back a little bit, but doing it differently. And he started doing this with this, and Terrell and CJ Woofy and EOD and myself and Cardi M and Wrestling Super Friends and Coach FCHW and Not Lost in Japan and others realized like this is a really good show because it reminded us of NXT Black and Gold back in 2015, where you started with a story and you're gonna have to watch episode 1 to figure out that story. The fact that
Right.
we've lost so many, yeah, it's sad, but we have for now some key players that we can play with for a while. But yes, I think Evolve is gonna be like either cut, but not killed, but like cut dramatically just to like fill the void for now until they find some new people to bring in. Because again, that they were
it's going to become the old Evolve, and they're going to kill it.
I know. And what bothers me is this: you had people that you had Jamar Hampton. He was a legit record breaker in the PC, 6 to 7 records that he broke himself, just himself. And you let him go because of a crack tip. Rich Holland, I never liked Rich Holland, but to fire him when he's hurt, you're paying for his rehab. I respect that. But like Joe said, he still can't do anything until he gets rehabbed in order to do bookings, and then 5 months pass, no one's going to give a crap about him. What about that? Like, that's the problem. Zayda Steel, #1 pick in the ID program, and the #1 person to leave.
Kylie Rae.
So, shit.
Kylie Rae had a big backing, wrestling backing. She's been to all the companies.
Kylie Rae just announced that she's 4 years sober. So she's a person
Yes,
that's like, that as well. Like, you fire a person you don't renew her contract, that she's pregnant, and she's like, that's like, okay. And this is the part I want to say this before we finish. What about the people that are in NXT now? Because like, I want to say these names, and Joe, you can start. We can go around the table. Will these people stay? All right. Rizzo, Lucafino, Stax, Grace, and Petrovic. Maybe Thea Hale too. Maybe.
Jordan Grace might stay.
Yeah.
But I have a feeling she might go back to TNA.
Okay. What about
Because
Rizzo?
she's floundering right now in NXT.
Okay. What about? Yeah.
If she's floundering in NXT, that means she's never going to make it to the main.
Maybe. Yeah, that's true. But okay. But what about Rizzo and Crucifino and Stax? They're all still employed. Still employed.
Nope.
Rizzo is hurt right now. Another leg injury. Same leg.
They're all gonna go.
Okay. Okay. Grace. What about Ariana Grace?
Ariana Grace will go too.
Even with the Santino reference?
Yeah, I mean she'll go to TNA, but that's where she's probably gonna go.
Okay. All right. And Petrovic.
She's leaving.
Okay, that's fine. EOD, same names.
You mean that they're choosing to leave, or that they're gonna get let go?
Either let go or choose to leave. Because again, Rizzo is hurt, but that's like either why are you keeping her? That's another year that she's out for another 6 months. Honestly, because of her leg, she's healing at a great rate. Where I see her Instagram, but she's not gonna be there until another 6 months. And Crucifino hasn't wrestled a match in more than 3 months. And Stax, you only see him with Ariana Grace.
Well, for Jordan Grace, I think she's safe. I think she's too much of a name for them to like let go. So I think she will eventually. I don't know when, because I don't even like to speculate on Jordan Grace, because I thought she should have been on the main roster by now. Ariana Grace. Well, the good thing with the stuff with the NXT crew, even if they get let go, Booker T has been taking a lot of them in reality wrestling, like helping them like hone their craft and stuff. Like Zayda Steel, that's where I said I know on Invisible Man didn't like Zayda Steel too much, but I'm like, go watch her in reality wrestling, and that gives her a showcase of what she can actually do, because she really didn't do a whole lot of wrestling in Evolve. Like really, I think she's had maybe 3 matches. I think in one was a tag match with Nikita Lyons, if I'm not mistaken, because I know it hasn't been that many. Ariana Grace, it kind of really depends on what they're going to do with the NXT. The people that should be called up, because they always got to fill a vacuum in. And the thing with Evolve, they got about 100 and something more people like in the back that we don't even know about. So, it's kind of hard. Like Christopher, I can probably see them letting go just because they're not doing anything with him and everything, which is a shame. And Stacks, I don't know. That one's kind of hard. So I don't know. Toss up.
Respect that. Terrell, CJ Wolfie.
I just feel like if they don't know how to build future stars, just what's the point of having them on the roster if they're not going to use them? Like I know they have other uses. You know, you got live shows and you have, you know, the main events, which I didn't even know still exist.
Yep.
I feel like that's something they should cut out the budget. Don't get rid of Evolve. I don't know, man. It's sad though, because it's a lot of people in that Evolve locker room that's not going to probably see the light of day if they stay in WWE.
Nope.
I get that. It happens.
Yeah.
It happens. CJ Wolfie.
Yeah, he right though. They did like say now they just don't know how to book young superstars, well, young wrestlers there. So, and all these people leaving, and and all the current one they got in that seal, just one did you name? Like a few of them might. I think it's like Rizzo and she might end up leaving, and Luca, he could go back to Evolve because he was gonna do something down there as his own character down there, so he should go down there. But I don't know about now. But though I thought he could go in that direction since they split up the family. But Grace Jordan, I love Jordan, but yeah, she kind of fond of it on NXT. I don't know why. She'll probably stay, but she need to get together with her character and everything.
I just don't think they know what to do with her. It's like she's a big name, but they're not ready to put her up to the main roster.
Right.
But they don't know when that's going to happen, so they can't give her the belt or anything like that. So
here's the problem with Jordan Grace, and the fact is that she's a baby fish in a big pond now. She's not the big fish. She's not the big fish in the pond no more. This ain't TNA. This is the big leagues, and it's showing that she is not capable of being a big leaguer. She is not. She needs to go back to TNA where she's comfortable. Get the hell off of WWE.
For now.
Yeah.
We will say this. Thank you, Joe, for passing by. D-Walk and everyone else passing by. All your links are down below in the description. We got 2 minutes left. I'm trying to get some clips for everyone here.
Yes, sir.
I want to thank everyone for passing by. We'll be back on Thursday. I will be watching. I hope everyone will be watching EOD's live watch along of Evolve's session live. And then we'll talk about that on Thursday. 3 matches, maybe 4. Let's have some fun, ladies and gentlemen. Stay healthy, stay happy.
You mean Wednesday?
TikTok.
Huh?
Wednesday. Don't you mean Wednesday? NXT time.
Wednesday, yes. No. Wednesday at 8:00 is the live Evolve Succession at 8:00. 9:30 is NXT time with D-Walk. We'll check it out. NXT time with D-Walk Wednesdays at 9:30. P.U.W.F wrestling at Saturdays at 9:30. Evolve with P.U.W.F either on Thursdays, Sundays, or Mondays, wherever you are.
Whenever we want.
Yeah, exactly. Stay healthy, stay happy. I'm getting done in 2 minutes. We'll see you guys later. All the descriptions, all the links of everyone that's on here is down below, ladies and gentlemen. For Real Love, EOD, NXT Time, Joe, Cardia, and myself, all down below in the description. Press it, love it, enjoy it. And remember, Coach, we love you. Have a good night. Sleep early. We're out of here.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching, and remember, like, subscribe, comment, leave your thoughts down below, and all links are in the description. See you next time where we can evolve together. Coquito out.